Working hard, I see.
I'm just filling in time, waiting for Gerald to finish.
Finish his shift or snogging that woman with the major vavoom?
His shift.
A very good likeness. Well done.
Thank you. Busy day?
Yes, very. I've been dying for a break and a good goss. What have you got for me?
Nothing much. But I did catch the end of a documentary last night on asexuality. Are you up with the play on all that?
Only a little. From what I've read, people who identify as asexual don't experience sexual attraction as sexual people do.
Not at all.
Like any discussion about sexuality, it's a very grey area. But generally speaking, no.
Do you know what causes it?
Again, many theories, but no real research. Some venture genetic disposition, others behavioural theories. Traumatic experience in childhood, for example.
Abuse.
Possibly. But none of this is conclusive. Many asexuals argue it's just the way they were born.
But it's possible something specific has triggered it.
It's a little out of my field, sorry.
The fact that...
You guys are in so much trouble.
Not a kid.
Scotty gave me a telling off and that was it.
I don't know if I'd have the guts to say no to the boss.
Well, I just thought, I know it's wrong, medically, ethically, but it just felt right. You know, take your bandana off, you pig. It's the least you can do.
Wow, so happy days in ED.
Well, it actually got pretty funny after that. You tell it.
Yeah, well, our next patient is this woman and her husband. She comes in with a discharging air, right? We got chatting and it turns out they're having trouble getting pregnant.
How's that funny?
Wait for it.
Well, it turns out that they've been trying through her belly button.
Oh, no.
You're kidding.
Very religious, very sheltered lives.
As soon as we explained to them what they're doing wrong, boom!
Off they bolted, happy as Larry. They'll be getting pregnant right about now, I think.
But how could they not know? I mean, we live in a constantly sexualised society. It's all you ever hear about.
Well, they probably don't have TV. I blame the parents. Scaredy cats.
I walked in on my parents doing it when I was 11, so they had to tell me.
Fran tried to tell me when I was 10, but kept copping out. Finally, I just said, it's okay, Mum. I know. The relief.
I was strategically left a book on my bed. Everything a teenage girl should know. It started with makeup tips.
Nice.
What about you, Gerald?
My parents told me when I was about 6.
6?
That's early.
No, my parents just sat me down with some books. Billy Makes a Baby. Oh, and George and Willie the Dragon.
6 is awfully young.
Oh, it was fine. Actually, it was kind of funny. I became the go-to guy at school. Like, if you want to know about sex, just ask Gerald.
It's a lot of pressure for a child.
It's all right. I liked it. Why was everybody looking at me like I had 3 heads?
6 is kind of young for the birds and the bees talk.
Well, I have liberal parents.
You didn't feel you're taking on things you weren't ready for?
I was 6. I didn't know any different.
Of course. Funny what stays with you from childhood, isn't it?
What stayed with you?
When I was 8, I fell from a tree and broke my leg. I've been scared of heights ever since. Has anything like that ever happened to you?
This one time we went to the circus and my mother volunteered me for the Magician's Act.
What happened?
I was chucked into that blades in a box thing. Oh, I screamed and screamed and I was sure that I was going to be made mincemeat of in no time.
How awful.
Yeah, and the crowd was just cheering and laughing and so were my parents. I've hated magicians ever since.
Is there anything else your parents may have done when you were young that might have put you off sex?
Like what?
I don't know, an embarrassing incident, a sexual mishap?
Please leave.
No, Gerald, I didn't mean...
I know exactly what you meant to know. My parents did not sexually abuse me.
No, I was just trying to understand.
You said that you understood already, and now you come up with this.
Only to help you.
Just get out.
I'm sorry.
Now.
Wait, I'm sorry I pushed things last night.
Yeah, you were way off the mark.
Maybe it's not something you even remember.
All right, so now I've got repressed memories.
No, but maybe what you saw as normal perhaps wasn't. Like you said, you didn't know any different.
I would know if I was abused.
It might not be that extreme. Maybe, like Kip, you walked in on something accidentally.
No, I never saw a thing. I mean, except when they went through this whole nudist phase thing.
They walked around naked.
Well, yeah, for a time. It doesn't make them... Why are you doing this? Look, I've told you that I'm asexual. If you've got a problem with that, then
I'm just trying to understand how you came to be that way.
Well, I just am. There's no reason and there's no cure.
To stay in this relationship, I have to know that for myself.
Right. Well, I'm having lunch with my parents this afternoon. I will ask them what depravities they subjected me to as a kid, and I will report back. You happy?